It seems like wrestling films are in, since 3 projects with this theme are featured in the 2024 Toronto International Film Festival lineup. Yet, one stands out from the rest as a compelling true story about an athlete who defeated the odds and won matches using only one leg. Unstoppable, a directorial debut by Air and Argo editor William Goldenberg, recounts a portion of Anthony Robles' life as an emerging wrestler on the lookout for a full-ride scholarship. Born without one leg, the athlete was undermined by peers, coaches, and even his own family. But that never prevented him from deliberately showing everyone that he is more than capable of leaving the mat victorious. As the title hints at, Robles might have felt discouraged at times, but never to the point of giving up, thus why his story is inspirational. Although the film is by no means a groundbreaking biopic, it has an effective execution that will appeal to the masses, especially viewers urging for another hero to root for in the face of adversity. What is Unstoppable about? Emmy-winner Jharrel Jerome, whose name may ring a bell given his breathtaking performance in the Ava DuVernay limited series When They See Us, plays the protagonist during his late high school years and early university days as he joins the Arizona State University wrestling team. Yet, as Don Cheadle's coach Sean Charles well says in the film, his greatest opponent will never be the person across from him on the mat. Jerome's true adversary is Rick Bobby Cannavale, his abusive stepfather who never misses an opportunity to undermine his potential and inflate his own ego. In the character's eyes, Anthony isn't a real man since he doesn't have a respectable job like he does. Despite it later being revealed that Rick had been fired from the police department for quite some time and hadn't paid the mortgage for months, his arrogance and violent behavior remain intact, with Anthony and his mother Judy, Jennifer Lopez, being directly affected by his rage. Without a responsible paternal figure around, the main character decides to take matters into his own hands, working full-time cleaning planes, hitting the weights to remain on the team, and getting the grades to keep his scholarship. With several obstacles in his way, Anthony clings to his dreams and looks up to his role model Rocky Balboa as fuel to accomplish every task on his plate. Jharrel Jerome is a force of nature as wrestler Anthony Robles. An athlete with impairment since birth, the real-life Anthony had to double his efforts to show that he could be a champion. Jerome's dedication to the part and visible heavy lifting to make sure his portrayal honored Robles' legacy pays off in this film. A particular scene in which he uses a pair of crutches to hike a tough trail, stumbling and rising up to the top with a mix of blood, sweat, and tears, is particularly moving. The actor's performance is captivating from start to finish, making it impossible not to care for the character he is playing, but also empathize with the challenges posed by a person with a disability living in a complicated household. His wrestling scenes are well choreographed and riveting, with precise camera angles and lighting to make them even more appealing to the viewer. Jerome also has undeniable chemistry on screen with Lopez during their emotional mother-son sequences, as well as with Cheadle when they have mentor-mentee interactions. Although both supporting roles aren't as layered as they could be, the importance of the protagonist's relationship with these characters comes across on screen. Unstoppable has an inspiring plot but doesn't reinvent the wheel. The truth is, Anthony's story is touching in and of itself, with no need for embellishments. Goldenberg's choice to keep the story tight and dynamic is a positive one, since the film is able to balance the heaviness of the domestic abuse plotline and the powerful wrestling underdog narrative. A project by Amazon MGM Studios with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon acting as producers through their joint company Artists Equity, it is easy to see this title working for the audiences watching it on streaming just as much as it does for a packed movie theater. Yet, in being concise, Unstoppable does not reinvent the wheel when it comes to sports dramas. It checks off the boxes in the sense of portraying an athlete with a strong will to do what it takes to fulfill his goals. But it plays safe when it comes to the script, penned by John Heineman, Eric Champnella, and Alex Harris. Certain lines come across as cliché in the film, especially coming from Lopez and Cheadle's characters. Their exchanges toward the end, when both Judy and Coach Charles apologize to Anthony for underestimating his ability to get far with one leg, come across as a formulaic tear grab. Regardless of the spare script, it is impossible to deny that Unstoppable is a crowd pleaser and an inspirational account of an icon that deserves more recognition. Before Robles became a Nike athlete, an NCAA analyst for ESPN, and a member of the President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition during the Obama mandate, he just wanted more than anything to be somebody through his go-to sport. With determination and a lot of inward and outward battles, he made it. And this film serves as proof. Unstoppable is now available to stream on Prime Video.